Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ethereum is at 37.27 at the time of this live stream. Today we're going to talk about decentralized science. We're going to cover many different topics today, including some of the pump science announcements and an X space that I will be joining at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the pump science team and a lot of their drug devs in anticipation of the launch of all of those compounds on the 17th. We have many things to talk about today, as I was finding some very interesting things in the market prepping for this live stream. Now, because of how good Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, and all other cryptos have been doing over the last couple of weeks, a lot of people are starting to stir in the market again. All of the people who have been building in silent are now finally coming out of the woodworks to explain what they have been constructing, and it has not been a more exciting time since back in like November/October, when the same thing was happening before the last crazy leg up in the market. So hopefully you guys are buckled in and ready to go, strapped and paying attention to the trenches, because there has not been a better time yet this year to be paying attention. $3,700 for Ethereum. It is bouncing pretty gorgeously here today off of what was a moving average on, I think it was the 1 hour, but it could be the 4 hour. Yeah, the 1 hour chart. So since Ethereum broke out, it has not really been breaking down on this uptrend on the 4 hour, or the 1 hour, excuse me, until yesterday when we had a pull down to the 200 hour moving average, right? The 200 moving average on the hourly chart, where it bounced pretty clearly and decisively and is now back above all hourly moving averages. Now, this does mark a slowdown in the rally, which is probably a good thing because Ethereum was getting way too overheated way too quickly. This acts as somewhat of a reset so that we can now gain some momentum and store up some of that potential energy again before rallying up to the next leg for Ethereum, which my guess is will be somewhere around $4,100 to $4,200 per ETH. Same thing goes for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been trending sideways for a lot longer than Ethereum at these prices, but look at how gorgeous this sideways movement is. It has just been trending sideways for 2 weeks now, but not breaking down at all. Not breaking out either, but not breaking down. It has just been trending sideways, waiting for clear direction or a catalyst to move us to the next highs. I think that catalyst will correspond with the moving average here coming up to touch the candlesticks, meaning either later today or tomorrow is when I expect that we will start seeing Bitcoin break out into the $120,000 area again. And whenever it can break out and close on a daily candle above 120, we will be set up for the next run up, which I think will take us to the top end of 120,000. So between 128 to 132, I think we'll add about $10,000 to Bitcoin's price here in this next leg up. As far as Solana, same type of thing as Ethereum, where it kind of got rejected at $200, but it is now building out support down here at 188. If you go to the hourly time frame, it's the same exact story, just with not as much momentum. Solana's chart honestly looks a little bit better than Ethereum's from my POV, because it has just been riding this 200-hour moving average, right? Where we get a breakout, a little bit of a push up, and then sideways consolidation until the moving average comes and taps it. Then we break out, and then we consolidate until the moving average comes to it again. And so it is gearing up, in my opinion, for the next leg, upwards of probably 125, 130, or sorry, 225, 230 for Solana. We will see. Now, last one I'll talk about before getting into some of the news here is none other than the others market cap, because this one on the daily time frame looks really good as well. We just had the crazy move. We had 2 days of downward momentum to get us to the moving average, and now it is starting to bounce already. So the circle is still in play, and I lied to you guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But the last chart I wanted to pull up before getting into some of the news is the total crypto market cap chart, because we broke out to new all-time highs. We had a pullback to retest the prior all-time high. We have flipped it as support, and now it is time for blast off. Now it's time to really start putting in new highs. We might have a little bit more consolidation here, who knows, but we came in and retested previous resistance as new support. It's time to go, baby. What's good, Revitalized? Welcome in, King Alexander. How's it going, Stare? What's good, David? Welcome in, C90. How was the beach yesterday? Hopefully it was a good beach day. Let's go, David. Let's go. W's in the chat for David with the gifted membership. Going straight into Big Bond. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully all you guys are doing good here. I'm going to butcher your name, and I'm sorry, but Jorian, I have not seen you here before. Good morning, good morning. Hopefully you're ready for some DeSci news. I want to go to Peru now. You want to go to Peru to celebrate the SciMark expedition or adventures? Okay, so we'll come back to this one. Don't let me forget to talk about this. This is something that I just saw Dr. Evil of Crypto shilling, and it was down at a $3 million market cap. Now it's at 3.4, so it's up 10% since I saw him shilling it, but I didn't get into it. I wanted to bring it up to you guys. It's just up so much on the daily that I had a hard time just jumping right into it, but it looks like it's going to really be roaring to life here. It is an AI agent launchpad as well, but let's go look at SciMark because you brought up Peru. And we now know that SciMark is the intellectual property token that is associated with the Shiba group in Peru. They helped lay the groundwork for not ashwagandha, ayahuasca. They helped lay the groundwork for ayahuasca, which is the psychedelic drug that people in South America use that helps people rehab a lot. Honestly, people will go down with a shaman people from America will go down to take ayahuasca with a shaman and then come back a completely different person, like just completely healed from whatever it was that they were doing. And so it's a very powerful psychedelic. And SciDAO has partnered with / is working with the tribe that is very responsible for a lot of the information we have on this psychedelic, and they released a brand IP token for that partnership, which we've been talking about since it was down here at a $500 market cap, and now it's chilling at a $112,000 market cap. So still very, very, very small. There's only 55 tokens, meaning the price per token is $2,000. When I first brought it up to you guys, it was literally an $11 token. Now it's $2,000. So it's been a pretty crazy run, especially to think that we're still only at $112,000 market cap. Now, we're going to take an intermission for the sponsor of today's live stream, which is this smoothie that Amanda made me before I went live. I don't have any water today. I just have some mango smoothie. Delicious. And it's got all the skin on the mango still, so it was nice and healthy, right? Check out the goods. I know. The SciMark contract with the tribe has something to do with the art. Yes, correct. It's got to do with the tribe produces art. They make rugs, and then you can sell the art, you can sell the rugs, and SciMark is the agreement, the brand equity contract between the two. I don't know that it was ever supposed to go live for trading. If I'm being honest with you guys, I think that the reason that we can do this is a complete mistake, but we can do it. And so we're doing it because that's the nature of crypto. Somebody added liquidity to the tokenized asset and now we can start trading it. So otherwise, I think they would have been talking about it. I don't think that Molecule would have ever allowed a listing of an IP token with a market cap of $500. Like the liquidity pool was literally like $30. That's crazy. But here we are. Now, that's just one topic. I wanted to continue to bring up things for you guys, and we'll get into DeSci in a moment, but I wanted to showcase to you guys the third curated launch for Creator Bid. If you guys have not partaken in the Creator Bid launches, I think that you guys should partake in the Creator Bid launches. These are the curated agent launches. It's starting at a market cap of 133,000. It's interesting because these are slowly creeping up the FDV that they're launching at. It's slowly been creeping up, and it has passed the votes needed in order to launch the token by over 216%, or sorry, they've gotten 216%, so it's over by about 116%. And yeah, as soon as this closes in 6 hours, we will see the pre-sale start, and you can get into the pre-sale if you want to with 0.177777 ETH, and it should be pretty good. The last two have been very good, and so I assume that this one should also be very good, as it is DeFi AI. It's a decentralized finance AI agent. So those have been really, really hot lately. So I think this one will end up being good, just like the last two. Hopefully people don't just immediately jump out of it like they did the last two. Either way, I think that these curated launches are solid ones to hold on to. Like, it's up 46% today, having the first ever green day since it launched. If we go to the log chart, you'll see that it's at a $1.37 million market cap. And you can see here that the FDV was around 130,000, meaning anyone who got into it is up roughly a 10x on it, give or take, because you got in at varying levels. But everyone who got into the presale is up pretty considerably on this Rizzy one. Same thing with Yuki. Yuki not having that crazy push that Rizzy's having, but still same concept, up a large amount, guys. This is not just small amounts that people are up on these tokens. And considering you guys all have a lot of your bid endorsing Agent Bill, you all have pretty elevated bid levels, so you can all get pretty high entry into these curated launch tokens. Let's go, Vibra Finance W. Made it to class on time. W. Did SciMark price go up? Yes, it went way up, my guy. SciMark is up a lot. We just talked about it, but I'll bring it up again because it's fun to look at it. $2,051 per token. $2,051 per token. Let's go see how the other molecule IP tokens are doing. It's the only one up. Everything else is just sitting there chilling sideways. It's about to pass Ovaria, which is going to be funny. All right, now if we continue onwards, we continue with our curated news for the day. I wanted to bring up, and we can really talk about it, okay? But Infinita City. How many of you guys have heard of it before? I did a video on it a couple years ago. Infinita City is a pop-up type city, but it's a permanent city in which their sole focus, their entire reason for existence is to study longevity. The entire city is designed and curated to help with people's longevity, to help facilitate research, to help facilitate collaboration between longevity specialists. Even the city walking paths are designed, like the whole layout of this city is designed to help make you the most fit, optimized version of yourself out there. The people who have been in charge of the city, who have been conducting it, I've been chatting with them for a while now, and they continuously are trying to get me to go down to the city to kind of view it and do some content there and just meet the people there. And I've been wanting to, I just haven't, because I believe it's in Honduras. And so I have not done it yet, but I think that's going to change. I think that I'm going to do my best to get down there for this September meetup that they're hosting. So from September 1st to September 30th, they're hosting a month-long meetup / Biofrontiers month, right? And my goal here, I'm going to register to go down to it probably in the end of the month. I'll have to go back. I should have reread the messages that I've been having with them. You know what? I will reread the messages. Let's duplicate. Or no, I don't need to duplicate this page. You'll like what I'm saying here in a second, because I think all of us should try and go down. I think we should all try and do a meetup down here. And I don't know how keen all of you guys are going to be on it, but I think we should all try and go down and do it. September 5th through the 7th. So we're in July, we have August and September. So we have some time before we would need to do it. But September 5th through the 7th would be the time that I'm going to try and go down there. So that weekend, it's literally a weekend long thing. I think we should all go down there. We'll rent a yacht. We'll have a yacht party. We'll see how I'm not promising anything just now, but we'll see how all the details go out, if there's even yachts down there. But I think nothing's written in stone yet, but start getting your your calendars, check in everything, see if it's something you'd be interested in doing. I want to go down there. They've been trying to get me to go down there for the better part of a year at this point. I think it's going to line up so that I can go down in September. And so I think it'd be a lit spot to have a meetup. I know it would be a lot for everyone to fly down there, but I think if we could organize it nicely, we've got time to do it. It'd be a nice time. It'd be absolutely crazy. So let's see. Here's the website. Strategic themes. The core building blocks we'll explore all month. Launch in longevity jurisdictions, rewire medical governance, rebuild biotech initiatives, found and fund in the frontier, prototype human upgrades, that's crazy, and rebuild healthcare from scratch. A lot of people have gone down there. This is something that a lot of people in the DeSci space have gone and done, some of the founders and builders. And so I think it'd be a really cool time to go down to Prospera. Warp speed and innovation here. Let me know what you guys think. Should we try and organize that? Shall I do a poll here? Would you be down? Start a poll. Infinita. You guys are all very quiet. Bam. Send Dawn as our tribute in case they're inviting you down there for some weird Bohemian Grove party. That's Dawn's style. It is Dawn's style, actually, but no. All of you must arrive with us. We are all going down together if we're going to do this as one giant cult, one community. There's a DeSci Pilled YouTube podcast type on Prospera. Hell yeah. That'd be sick. That'd be so cool. We go down there and get involved with the podcasts they're doing. I think it'd be a fun time, but there's a lot of planning and organization before that could happen. I'm just bringing it up for the first time here with you guys all together. So now let's continue to move on. D-Wave hitting all-time high. Can't wait for Dynex to catch up. Let's go, baby. One day. One day, Dynex will be competing with the likes of D-Wave as a function of market cap. They're already competing as a function of utility and everything. So honestly, the token price, in my opinion, is pretty similar. Dynex's token price is pretty similar to D-Wave, in my opinion. I think that they'll follow fairly similar patterns here, where we kind of bounce out of it for a little bit and then go crazy running. But the token price should end up being close to the same. All right, now let's continue onwards. We got lots of stuff. Next up, I want to talk about the vitamin C project. A lot of you guys have been in it. I just wanted to bring it up again in case you're still holding this meme coin / CTO vitamin C project. Onboard people to DeSci through vitamin C, then let them run wild with discovery. Among 1,000 people surveyed, when asked which chemical compound for health they know, vitamin C ranked 77% in mindshare. So people know about vitamin C. I don't hold any more of this VC token. I sold out of it a while ago, but I just wanted to bring it up for you guys again, just in case you were interested. Then next up, I have this here from Rejuve. 7 days left to register for the Rejuve Epoch 2 airdrop. It ends on July 31st. Register here if you have not done so already. Airdrop.singularitynet.io. What the hell? Wait a second. SingularityNet? You telling me that Rejuve is in collaboration with SingularityNet? Something's going on there. Let's paste this link there just in case you guys want that Rejuve airdrop. You want to go register for it. You have 8 days left to do so. Next up, we have some posts here from Axon DAO, AXGT. Now, I was just talking to Chris, and you guys have known the history between Axon and I. We have now made amends. We are now friends again. Everything is good. Bygones be bygones. We are moving forward into the expansion phase of decentralized science. Axon has a space immediately following this live stream at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where they're going to go through a bunch of their updates. So we're going to go see how it's going. Sounds scammy, brostein. What are you saying, Stare? What sounds scammy? Which part of it? I know I just rapid fired a bunch of things at you. Not that one yet. I wanted to next talk about pump science, baby. Pump science, pump science, pump science. First up, we had somebody call out Brian Johnson saying, hey, Hunter Biden looks better after doing tons of blow and ketamine, and he's 55 versus you, 47, who is microcalibrating the air in the sleep room where he logs his boners, which is actually kind of true, weirdly enough of a sentence to say out loud, but here we go. Brian Johnson then said, starting ketamine and blow today, which I thought was absolutely hysterical, followed by Pump Science linking an article to show that ketamine treatment was effective in DNA methylation, which is pretty nuts to think that, hey, ketamine might actually help you live longer. Bizarre, I know. I've not done ketamine, and I'm not sure that I will do ketamine, but there's been a very large growing body of research to show that ketamine is actually a pretty healthy longevity compound, probably in microdoses that wouldn't give you the same effect that some of the recreational users use it for, but nonetheless, it is very, very fascinating. What is Infinita City? Good question there, Zach. I will circle back in a second. Airdrops, I know, I agree, Stare. But we know Rejuve. We've all seen Rejuve. We've been covering it for years now. I don't need the BitBoy death on our friends type of relationships to our friends type of relationships. Oh, God. I don't like airdrops, which you have to connect. I getcha. I getcha. Listen, proceed with caution, but you have to connect your wallet to everything in order to get anything in this market. Just proceed with caution. Connect it with the hot wallet. Don't connect your cold storage wallet to it. Connect it with the hot storage wallet. Infinita City. So I talked about it earlier in the live stream, but it is a city down in Honduras, I believe, and I'm sorry if it's not in Honduras. You gotta do some of your research if you want to go down there. This is just the beginning entry to it because I made a video on them about 2 years ago, and they've been reaching out to me for the better part of a year now to try and get me to go down to the city because the city is 100% focused on longevity. It is in a jurisdiction of the world where they're allowed to make up their own rules and laws and everything, and so they have created a perfect city that is 100% focused around longevity research, even like the walking around in the city is super accessible so that you can be fit and live as long and healthy of a life as you can. They've been trying to get me to go down for a very long time. And so I thought, what if in this event that they're hosting September 5th through September 7th, which is 6 weeks away, what if we all decided to go down together? What if we went down together, guys, and had the yacht party down there? Now, I'm not promising anything yet. I still have a lot of details to iron out, but that's what Infinita City is all about in context of this live stream right now. You have to have AGIX for the airdrop. I bought AGI during pre-sale and sold it 2 years ago. Oh my God. That's crazy that they're just now going to do an airdrop for people who've been holding something for over 2 years. True, but any airdrop that pushes on X just feels scammy. What if everything else on the side is hacked? I get it. No, I get it, Stare. You're probably going to eliminate potential pure scams. Anyways, I was browsing the web, stumbled upon DMXE pellets priced at €3 a pop. That's kind of crazy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, let's go get some DMXE. It's a ketamine alternative. Okay, now on to the next topics for discussion here. We have Axon at 10 cents. Just wanted to bring it up because I saw Dr. Evil talking about it, and I also saw Dr. Evil talking about another launchpad for AI agents. Since you guys know I love AI agents, I wanted to show you guys the chart, which I was showing you all at the beginning of the live stream, and it is now up 120%, back to $3 million market cap. It was taken off there for a minute. Looks like it is in a super strong uptrend right now. I don't know how long the uptrend will last, but it is just starting its absolutely explosive journey to be one of the competitors in the AI agent launchpad space, apparently. I've never heard of them before today, before literally about an hour ago, so don't ask me any questions about them, but if you want to look into them, clearly Dr. Evil, who is someone that we respect in the space, is bullish on them. No KOLs are talking about it yet, but smart money is buying. I imagine they just started a KOL round, which is probably why the token started blowing up like crazy. But we'll see. We'll see indeed. Let's see what else. Okay, next up was some more pump science information because, you ready for this? There's a space with pump science at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pump science space at 4 p.m. Told you guys about it yesterday, but if you have not joined it, if you're not planning on joining, you should. I'm going to be speaking there. It'll be a good little space. I don't do spaces too often, but this is an announcement space where they're going to go over the war tactics, the compound contenders, and treason. And I'm curious what the treason is going to be. So I will be joining this space at 4 p.m. And we got an announcement with all of the compounds that will be launching here. So let us go ahead and put on our headphones so we can listen to this.
For NAD+,
vitamin B12,
uridine,
Ferrofane,
dihydromyricetam,
hesperidin,
NMN,
lysine,
erythritol,
astaxanthin,
caffeine,
vitamin C,
gallocatechin, gallate, glucoside.
We're basically tokenizing these and launching the experiments on pump science in the hopes that we can do further testing on all of these great ideas submitted by the community. So we're launching 17 now. The goal is to launch more in the future and eventually make the entire system permissionless.
No, I forgot to switch it back to the mic. I need it to be just a regular button that I can press instead of having to do such complicated switching, because I just forget about it sometimes. But they listed out the 17 compounds that they're going to launch. If they end up doing NAD+, it's a supplement that I already take. I'd be super excited to buy into that one. And if they do a BPC 157, this peptide here, I will 100% be buying into that one as well. We already know that of the compounds that already exist on Pump Science, but I'm gonna go through that video and kind of make a list and post about it later today with a full list of what they are actually launching here, because it sounded like that was the complete list of compounds on the come up. And I think it's gonna be very exciting. It's gonna be a very interesting launch here and a wave of attention coming into decentralized science. Whether it happens immediately or whether that happens later on down the line, I don't know. Ideally, it would happen immediately, but as we've talked about many times on this page, what ends up happening is decentralized science pumps at the last stage of a market pump. And so if we see Bitcoin, if we want Bitcoin to get into this basketball hoop, then decentralized science as a whole wouldn't be going to the pure euphoria pumping craziness until Bitcoin stagnates at a price. So if we see something happen like this, where it goes sideways a little bit longer and then rallies and then chops for a little bit and then bleeds up and then another rally, right? It would probably be through this phase right here that decentralized science is going crazy. Regardless, if that is what happens and they launch, Pump Science launches all these compounds right here, right? They launch all those compounds right there. They're going to sit in the water. They're going to sit dead in the water for a few weeks, which gives all of us time to get into them. It is gorgeous. It is going to be perfect, especially with Solana, hopefully getting back above $200 by the time they launch. It's got a week to get back above $200, which I do believe firmly it will do. It's been building up on this crazy consolidation for a long time. I also saw someone talking about how it's in a beautiful cup and handle pattern. Everyone loves a good cup and handle pattern, right? Yo, a multi-year long cup and handle, and it just broke out of it. So hopefully things end up going really well for it. Let's see how high up it might end up going if that is a true pattern. Cup and handle is not for a logarithmic scale. Cup and handle pattern is here for regular charting scale. So it would put it up somewhere around $400, which is gorgeous. That's about where we're expecting. If you put it all the way at the top here, it could go as high as $480. So we'll see. We'll see how it all ends up playing out, of course. But you guys know I love it. I love the game. I'm here for it. No matter what ends up happening, we will hold strong. But the Pump Science launches. Come to the space. If not, if you can't make it to the space, I will give you guys a synopsis after the fact with as much information as possible. Now, I only have three more things I wanted to talk about before we get into just shooting the shit and having a good time for the rest of the live stream. But we have a quantum biology momentum building. So Google's quantum AI calling researchers at the frontier of quantum biology and neurosciences. Google's academic research awards are accepting proposals in quantum neuroscience through July 23rd, which is yesterday. Hopefully, Quantum Bio here reposting it and giving us a little teaser yesterday is because they got approved, maybe, or at least they applied. So if we could get Quantum Biology DAO getting some grants, getting some acceleration, like if they get into the Google Accelerator program for quantum neuroscience, that would be absolutely crazy to see. It'd be really exciting, and I think there's a good chance because I doubt many researchers, many institutions are focused on quantum biology. But here we have it, a DAO, 100% focused on it. Here we go. So Pump Science is paying Bill for his services. No, Pump Science is not paying Bill for his services. We are beta testing the entire infrastructure on Pump Science, and in exchange, they're giving us exposure. They're talking about Bill. We get to be inside on the announcement for launches and everything. So Bill is not receiving like cash payment or coin payment for his services. Bill is offering the services in exchange for free beta testing and in exchange for Pump Science engaging with us. So there you go. Any idea for a new trend strength indicator popped into my head today? Will it work out? And y'all know if it's any good. And any idea for a new trend strength indicator popped into my head today? A strength indicator like momentum, a momentum play. I mean, what we built for Bill is a new indicator. It's like the fear and greed index on steroids. It's like Kaito mixed with the fear and greed indicator on steroids. So it's going to be a good one. I'm very excited because then we can take Pump Science as a case study with all 17 compounds that they launched as 17 independent companies that we've partnered with Bill. And then we can go to all the other projects, infiltrate their Telegram chats and get in there, partner with all of them. And then we turn on the research side of it. We start launching compounds on Pump Science because of the permissionless launch and everything. And we have tons of data. We have tons of access to all DeSci projects. Bill becomes a family name in the space of decentralized science, and we really just go crazy. AI agent Bill. Already got that memeable face here, sitting at a $184,000 market cap. This is my AI agent project, and we will send it to $100 million market cap. That's the goal. But regardless, by doing this, we infiltrate all of the DeSci spaces, all of the projects in DeSci will come to know and be familiar with Bill. And then we open up the research capabilities for him so that he can then help the DAOs with their research. He can do longevity research, launch compounds on Pump Science. He can do research into other fields, launch the compounds on Pump Science again. Who knows? Permissionless launch on Pump Science, I'm super, super bullish on. And it will be a very interesting space to move into here. Is Sui DeSci Agents a legit project? I have not heard anything from them in a very, very long time. So honestly, I do not know. I lost a lot of money on it, so I have not really been paying attention either. So let's see. Seems like they're starting to talk again, but not really seen much from them. I don't know. We'd have to do more research into them. Looks like they have some cool things on their website, but a meal assistant. Definitely not what I thought they were, but we'll see. We will see. It's kind of down right now, so I was worried. Well, do your research, figure out if it's something you want to continue to hold on to or if it's something that you want to cut your losses on and be done with it. It's at a $439,000 market cap. The market makers are still there, so clearly they're still working on something. This is the Ethereum one, so not the Sui one, but it's just been bleeding. It has just been bleeding. In up only times, everything goes up only, so maybe you can get your money out of it if you want to, but I don't know. I'm going to end the poll here. As a last reminder, go ahead and vote on the poll if you want to, if you think you can or can't. I would love to hear from all of you guys. Now, how many of you guys are in the Telegram right now? Can I see a show of hands? Let's do the emojis. I don't know why it has to be that emoji, but how many of you guys are in the Telegram channel, the DeSci Shillers channel? Dynex holding up pretty well in this little pause the last couple of days. Bullish. They pumped like crazy and then it's been chilling. That's the weekly. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see if we can get that next leg up, baby. Let's go. Let's be done going straight down. Let's be done with that straight down nonsense. Let's get some straight up nonsense going. I want to see it push all the way back up to when I initially was pushing it aggressively to you guys to get in. All right, so most of you guys are in the Telegram chat, and I know that, and I respect that. Someone in the Telegram chat is working with Pump Science and launching on DAOs.fun with a project here, Eterna Labs. So I went ahead and I followed them, of course. You should follow me if you are not already. We go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talk about decentralized science and the broader crypto markets. But Eterna Labs, something that I'm going to be paying attention to moving forward. DAOs.fun has been gaining a crazy amount of momentum lately. And so seeing someone launch on DAOs.fun for the treasury and then potentially launch a series of trials on pump.science, I think it is a really good opportunity here. I don't know. We'll see. I imagine we'll get a lot of good, valuable information because it is someone who is in the community, right? So hopefully things go well, and I'll keep you guys updated as we get closer to any launches or anything. But looks interesting. Human life is finite, but not necessarily fixed. Eterna Labs is a decentralized longevity research collective. We experiment, we log, we publish on-chain in real time. Our mission, extend human life through open experimentation. We begin with the most validated longevity compound, redacted. So I think that they'll be part of the Pump Science launch, right? This is scientific infrastructure on chain. We're building a protocol to coordinate funds and validate longevity research with full transparency. We call it open source pharmacology. On chain, experimental, community driven. Let's go. Let's see. I'm just sharing it with you guys. If you guys want to do some more research and look into it a little bit more, these will all fair launch. The Pump Science tokens, yes, but there is a dynamic fee upon launch to prevent snipers. So sit and wait for the fee to go down because it's 99% when it first starts. Solana bleeding is interesting while ETH recovers. I agree. I'm in the Telegram. Let's go, Vibra. I know you are. Only Discord for me, says MK. All right, well, that's why you come to the live streams, though, so that you can get some of this alpha, some of this good, solid information. Let's run Bill to a mill. I could not agree any more with you, my guy. Let's pin that message. Let's go ahead and end the poll as well. So we got 80% of people who voted on the poll said they would not be able to attend the IRL meetup, which is unfortunate, but let's see what the actual numbers say. How many of you guys? Hopefully we got like 20 votes, and it was 4 of you guys saying you could go. Where is the poll result? Oh well. Oh well. Okay. That was all I think I have for you guys. Trump here is saying that he wants a countrywide standard for AI regulation, so we avoid having companies in litigation with 43 states at a time. It would ruin the AI industry. So all in, he says, the Hill and Valley Forum, all in. Trump wants a regulatory body for artificial intelligence, which is super, super needed. It is something that's probably going to happen worldwide, to be honest, because as these AI protocols and AI agents, as these LLMs become more and more powerful, they're going to start making some pretty crazy decisions on their own. We're already getting to a point where a lot of these LLMs are shocking the people that are even building them. And so in the next 3 to 5 years, I imagine we're going to get some sort of a rogue AI or some sort of like, let me take a step back. These LLMs, while they require a lot of compute to build initially, they're not that difficult to then take, if you know what you're doing, to then take, copy it, and create one that's not governed by the same rules that the company that initially created it put into place. And so if you get a group of malicious actors, it would make sense that in the not too distant future, we have some sort of rogue artificial intelligence that is potentially going around hacking government bodies or causing massive fraud in credit card companies or like clearing out bank loans and stuff like that and just causing pure pandemonium in the world. And so it would make sense that in the next 3 to 5 years, maybe 5 to 10 years, but that'd be pushing it, we have some sort of global regulatory body for artificial intelligence in response to some sort of crisis like that. And honestly, if we're gonna go out on a limb here and we're gonna go on a rant for a moment, but if we were to think of something that would possibly be the end to this bull market that we're in, I could definitely see it sometime in the next like 12 to 24 months or something, where we get these crazy hacks that cause everyone to, instead of be bullish and invest in artificial intelligence, be super bearish and pessimistic on it. Like, let's say, just hypothetically, okay, we get something that looks like this in the stock market, right? And so we go crazy, we get the pullback everyone's been calling for, where it goes down a little bit, like 10-15%, and then we continue pushing forward, we get another little pull down. And then sometime in 2026, let's just say for theoretical purposes, because that's when this little drawing ended, sometime in 2026, we get a global scenario in which a rogue malicious actor is hacking into government agencies around the world, and everyone in the world decides we need to stop AI development and we need to come up with regulations. That would cause the stock market, which is driven mostly by AI hype and AI excitement, to have a pretty quick and dramatic crash. Maybe it only brings us back to where we are right now, you know? You never really know what ends up happening, but I could see something like this taking place where all of a sudden all the excitement from AI just comes to a quick, swift end. We get a 30% correction in the indice and it causes a bit of a recession or something like that. Who knows? But that's kind of where my thoughts are. It'd be very interesting to hear from all of you guys, but regardless, right now, that's not happening. Right now, we're continuing forward. Right now, we're getting biotech advancements at the speed of light. We got 10 votes, which means only 2 of you guys would be interested in going down to Infinita. You guys want a meetup in the States, don't you? You don't want a meetup down in a foreign country. Well, too bad, because we're doing it. And the 2 people that come down with me are going to have a blast. Atlanta, Vegas, something like that. There's no water in either of those places, though. That's the thing. Atlanta would be super easy, but there's no water in either of those spots, so we can't do a yacht party. But we could do sort of a meetup there. It'd be a lot easier. Did you guys see Tesla absolutely fumble the hell out of their earnings call yesterday? Not the call itself, but the earnings. They literally had shrinking revenue. What? Not deceleration of growth, but negative. That's not good. Decentralized science down a little bit here again today. Likely on the back of yes no error, down 11%. Neos, let's see how the buy market cap is going. Origin Trail, Bio's down a little bit, that's probably why. Research Coin, Axon, HairDAO, TIG, Vita, Bluezell, Valley, Galeon, yes no, an IP token. It's crazy how small the market is, that something in the top like 15 is just an IP token. Dynex up 5%. Let's go. Dynex actually holding up low-key the best in all of DeSci for the last week. Is the reversal happening? Is it time, ladies and gentlemen? Not yet. Can't say definitively yet. If we get a few more weeks of this, if we come back here next week and this says like up 150%, and we come back the week after that and it still says like up 40%, then I think it would be easy to say Dynex has had that reversal come. But we have a lot more momentum. We have a lot more room to grow. I'm getting a lot of messages over here on X. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you to MK over on the Telegram for saying that to me, because there's one more thing that I must show you guys. We go here to our notifications on X, and we go to Peptide Tracker app. Nice. We go here. You guys know Innovative Bio Research? Yes, I talked about them launching BPC 157. Well, guess what? I found their DAOs.fun launch here. So they've already launched the treasury. It's at $43,000 market cap right now, and it's on DAOs.fun. It's super small. They just launched it a few weeks ago, like a month ago, right? Back in May. It's been trading down here at 20,000, and then a couple days ago it pumped all the way up to 40,000. Now it's back up to 43,000. So people are starting to pay attention to it, starting to get into it, starting to move a little bit. I wanted to share it with you guys just in case you wanted to start paying attention to it as well. It's super small, and while I've beefed with them online a bunch, I think they are smart people, and I think that they will make good progress. I just don't like their arrogance, but that is kind of just, like, you go look at their profile photo for it. They're literally playing the arrogant character here from whatever it's called. So I get it, but it's annoying. However, if you can make money off something, it doesn't really matter if it's annoying or not, as long as it doesn't violate your morality. And they, in fact, do not violate my morality at all. I think that they'll do pretty good. If they launch BPC 157, I'm going all in. All in, baby. Not really, but you guys get the point. All right, ladies and gentlemen, New Orleans for Mardi Gras meetup. That'd be funny AF. Let's start planning it. Let's start talking about it, because it's going to be time very soon. I told you guys end of this year is when we would do it, so it's probably time to start planning it. Even if we don't all decide to meet up in Infinita City, I'll likely go down anyways, and then we can plan something for one of the regular crypto events so that everyone already has a reason to go there, and then we'll just do something together. But your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully this was worth investing it into. I appreciate you guys being here with me, and I'll see you all tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Actually, hopefully I see you guys in the Pump Science X space. They literally say in that link on the right that Innov is the only one who can possibly save DeSci. I know. It's annoying AF. They're super arrogant, but oh well.